Welcome back to another session of 40 Thieves. This is a classic solitaire card game. It's at least 150 years old, possibly even older. We don't know exactly when it was invented. As I mentioned in my first video, there is a persistent rumor about this game that it was played by Napoleon, but it is commonly believed now that that was likely just a myth. But it's still fun to imagine it's true. But that's how this game gets its original name, which was Napoleon at St. Helena, and it is still sometimes known by that name, according to some sources. Now, 40 Thieves is a famously difficult game. The win rate is usually cited as being somewhere between 5 and 10%. In my last video on this game, I got very lucky and managed to get a win. I don't know if that's going to happen again. It would be great if it did. But I'm not going to get my hopes up if we don't. As you can see, this is a game played with 2 decks, 104 cards, rather than just 52. And it's also one of the most popular 2-deck solitaire games, second only to the famous Spider Solitaire. And this will be our last shuffle, and we'll get into the game. So, to deal out a game of 40 Thieves, you need to deal 4 rows of 10 cards each. This makes for a tableau of 40 cards, hence the name 40 Thieves. And this is already looking like a rough one because we've got 3 aces on the bottom row. At least we ended up getting 1 ace on the top. Okay. So the goal of 40 Thieves is to build 8 foundation piles. Each foundation pile starts with an ace and is then built up in suit to king. So for example, we might start with an ace of clubs. That's what this symbol is here. These are the clubs on this deck. So we would start with the ace of clubs, then we would add a 2 of clubs on top of the ace, then we would put a 3 and a 4, etc. until we go all the way up to king. And by the end of the game, we should have 8 piles built from ace to king in suit. This arrangement of cards here is called the tableau. And on the tableau, you can stack cards in descending sequence by suit. So, for example, if we had a 7 of diamonds, we could place it on top of the 8 of diamonds. Or we could take the 8 of clubs and move it on top of the 9 of clubs. Only one card may be moved at a time. There is a variant in which you are allowed to move multiple cards at once, but in this version of the game, the classic version, you may only move one card at a time. If you manage to empty out a pile by moving all of the cards in it, you may fill the empty space with any card. Now the rest of the cards go face down in a pile here called the stock pile, or the stock for short. Once we've made all the moves we want to make on the tableau, we can start drawing cards from the stock one at a time and placing them into what is called the waste pile. The top card of the waste pile is always available for play either to the tableau or to one of the foundation piles. There is no redeal in 40 Thieves, which means that if we go through the entire stock and run out of cards, we are not allowed to take the waste pile and flip it over to form a new stock. If you run out of cards in the stock and there are no more moves remaining, then the game is lost. So that's all the rules of 40 Thieves. Let's get started and play our first game here. And we're going to start by taking the ace of clubs and moving it to the foundation. And then we'll move this 2 of clubs there as well. Now I think I'm going to move this 9 over here onto this 10. And then this jack onto the queen. Now some of the things I'm hoping for. I would like a 7 of diamonds. I would like a 8 of hearts to move this 7 onto here. I would like an ace of spades, so we can take this and then take this ace of hearts. And after we get the 8 of hearts, we can then move this to the foundation. Okay, let's start drawing cards. Get another ace of clubs. We can play that to the foundation. We don't want to play this to the 7 because we want to move the 7. If we move the 6 onto the 7, then we won't be able to move the 7. So we're going to leave this in the waste pile for now. Okay, here we go. Now what we really want to do is get down to this 10. We'll see if we have the opportunity to do that. Then we can move this 3 over here, reveal the 10, then the 10 goes to here. We're just waiting for that 8 of hearts. The 8 of hearts is what's really going to open up this game. There it is. Alright. We still need the ace of spades. So I was wrong. We still need the ace of spades before we can open this game. But then we should be good. Now there's no ace of spades on the tableau, so we know both of them are in here somewhere. They're just hopefully not too far away. There's an ace of diamonds. Not the ace we're looking for, however. And we're not going to play this here because we want to move this 9 later. ace of spades by now, so we could play this to the foundation as well. Same with this. I'm going to play this here for now because once we get this empty space, we can move these onto one of the nines if we want. Oh, where are those aces? They're taking so long to show up. And we are going to have two empty spaces, so. Oh, come on. This really seemed like, there it is finally. Okay. I thought this game was going to be really good, but the aces just took so long to show up. That might end up costing the game. Let's do this. Now we get this and this, and with that extra empty space, we should be able to move this pile back onto one of those, revealing the two of hearts. There we go. And now we get a king on the bottom, which is exactly what you want to see. Alright. So I'm not super confident that we're going to end up winning this, but we definitely are making a little more progress. Now we're going to do this. We're going to go for this 5 and 3. And we can get another empty space if we want by stacking this up to 8 and then taking 9 and 10. For now, let's just do this. Get to this 6 right here. And now we can take the 7 and 8. And this 10 can go here. We are making some progress here. But I think we have to start drawing again. Well, maybe not. Let's do that thing I said earlier. We're gonna stack this up like this. Now we'll play these cards. And what did we accomplish by doing that? We didn't get to the 7. Maybe that was a bad idea. Is there another? Ooh, I needed that 4 really bad. There's something obvious I'm missing. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. And it looks like that my bad decisions are gonna cost me the game. Well, we might not have won this anyways. It was pretty slim odds, I think. But I probably should have just continued drawing. We do get an empty space back. We'll continue drawing. Okay. And with that, I think the game is over. So, I don't think we would have won this regardless, but I do think I made some questionable plays there near the end. But that's okay. That's just the first game. It seemed pretty bad at first, but it started to get a little bit better near the end. So, if that was your first time seeing 40 Thieves, I hope it makes sense. It is a very well-loved game due to its combination of being difficult to win, but also having a good amount of strategy involved. It requires a combination of luck and skill to win, which makes it very satisfying when you do. Hopefully this time we'll get a bit of a nicer start. We had so many aces at the bottom that time. This will be our last shuffle before we start our second game. Okay. Only one ace on the bottom this time. A little bit better. ace of hearts. What else do we have? I wish this was a king of hearts, because then we could move this jack here, this queen here, and then this 2 here, and then we would get the ace and we could take the 2 and 3. But alas, this is a king of diamonds. We do have a few moves we can make, but they don't really do anything for us right now, so I think I'm going to hold off on making them. I mean, actually, I think this is pretty safe to do. We could also move this 6 to here, but I don't know if that helps us in any way. Nice, we get another ace right off the bat. Might be a potential move, because we could move this here, but moving this 5 doesn't help us at all. We already have a king of diamonds, so I don't think we're going to make this. I think I will play this. In case we get the 2 and 3, we can stack those up. Might be helpful. Okay, another ace. We're getting aces pretty early, so that's good. Okay, we can get another one. Opening up a few options here. If we can stack our diamonds up to 6, we can move the 10 here. Potentially opening a space. If we can get the 2 and 3 of hearts, then we could take the 5. Some potential options opening up. Let's do this. Oh, I wish we had a 5. Or I wish we had the 2 of diamonds already, but we don't. Unfortunately, we're going to have to let that go, which is going to cause some problems. Oh, that's so lucky. Okay. And I am going to do this, just in case we get the jack. We might want to move the 10 over. Maybe. That might not be worth it. But if we get the 2, we get some options. Let's do this. Maybe we can get this 9 over there. Okay. Getting started on our clubs. We want that 2. And again, the one card we really want is not showing up. I think I'm not going to play this because I still want to move this queen off this pile to get to the 2 and the ace. And I'll ruin that if I move the jack there. So we're not going to do that. Oops, almost missed something. Do I want to do that? I think I do. I do think I'm going to do this. Okay. That's good. We just need this ace. Oh no, it can't be that one because we have the 2. Oh, I shouldn't have played that. I'm not going to undo it though. Okay, looking for 3 of clubs. this pesky thing. Another one. Okay, another 2 of clubs as well. We're not going to play this. We want to save this jack for this 10. Now we just need that 2. Okay. We've got our empty space. Now what do we do with it? I played this 2 here, which ruined this opportunity. Let's do this. Now we really want that other 3 of clubs. I don't actually know if we drew it yet. Have we drawn it? No, we haven't. So it's still in here somewhere. Somewhere. Who knows where? It's taking us so long to get to these crucial cards. These super low cards are right at the end of the deck. The very last card is going to be that 3 of... What? Oh, is it on the tableau and I just missed it? Where is it? I know there's one here. Where's the other one? Did I somehow miss it? I dropped it on the floor. Now normally when that would happen I would just restart the entire game, but it's very late and I don't feel like recording another one from the beginning, so we're just gonna pretend this was the last card in the waste pile. I don't think it's gonna make a difference anyways. Yeah, I think we lose regardless. I think that 2 was a major mistake. Putting that 2, this 2, that was a major mistake. I shouldn't have done that. And I think that's where I really went wrong in this game. I don't know if we would have won if I hadn't done that. It's hard to say, but I definitely would have had a better chance. We're gonna do one more game. I think the art and back of this deck are quite cool, but the plastic coating wore off pretty quickly, and now they stick together. Kind of a shame. They do seem like they were a little bit cheap. Let's give it one more quick shuffle. final game of 40 Thieves for the night. Here's hoping we can end on a win. Or at least maybe something close to a win. We're a little bit lopsided here. Well, we start with an ace of clubs again, and it looks like we don't have any other moves besides that one. What can we look forward to? Honestly, I don't see a lot of things that would really be helpful for us. Let's just draw and see what happens. I don't know if I necessarily want to do this because I kind of want to save this king for this queen here. I wish we had somewhere for this. Okay. Does it do us any good to play this? I'm gonna say no. I don't think it does. So I'm not going to. Okay. And we don't necessarily have to play that 3 yet. Well, we know where the other 3 is, so. Or I guess it's not the other 3, it's the other 2. You know, I made the mistake of not undoing that other mistake when I made it. I'm gonna give myself the grace of undoing that move. I'm gonna allow it just this once. And there we go, we got the 2. That's funny. But now we have nowhere for this. Oh, we got lucky again. Ace of diamonds would be very nice right now. There it is. And now we do this. Unfortunately, we're still stuck with that 5. Is the other 4 of diamonds on the field, or did we draw it? We did not draw it, and as far as I can tell, it is not on the floor. So, this is probably going to be our ticket to an empty space. Once we get that 4. And there we go. Okay. So we've got our empty space. What do we want to do with it? I have an idea. Let's doesn't really do all that much for us, but we can make some moves. I don't really know where I'm going with all this. I will be honest. Three of hearts would be cool, but it's stuck under there. Tempting to just put this in the empty space and keep it. That ace should be coming, hopefully not too far away. Do I have a good chance of getting that space back though if I do that? I don't know if I do. I think we're gonna have to leave this in the waste pile for now. We can do this. Okay. Now, I think we can make some moves. We get another ace. And we can move this king off the 3. This queen goes on the king. We can stack these up. We are getting somewhere, kind of. Did we draw the other 2 of diamonds? I don't remember. We have not drawn the other 2 of diamonds. Okay. Let's try some stuff here. Let's try a few things. Okay, we can get this 5 and 6. I don't know if that does anything though. We're stacking on top of that ace, which feels wrong, but once I get the 6, where is the 6? Back there. Can I get to it? Maybe. No, because I need a place for that. But the 2 is way back there. I remember we already drew the 2, and it's pretty far back there. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna win this one. Okay, well, I don't think there's any chance we can come back from this, unfortunately. I think I made a big mistake over here. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Well, actually, we might be able to do something about it now that we have 2 empty spaces. Okay, let's see. Can we actually get back? No, I don't think so. These are the 3 that we can play to the empty spaces. And this 5 has nowhere to go, unfortunately. Oh wait, we can do this. Free up another empty space. I didn't even realize that. Actually, let's not free up the empty space. Let's instead play this jack like that. But I think here's where we get stopped, unfortunately. We're really close to the 2. And then that 10. We've still got one more card. Maybe it's a miracle card. Oh, that's not a miracle card. So we lost. But I want to see if this 6 wasn't here. Could we go the distance? In the hypothetical world where that 6 wasn't in the way, do we win? No, I think we get stuck here. Oh wait, no, not yet. Now we get stuck. Okay, the 6 didn't stop us from winning, but we would have gotten a lot further. Well, that was fun. Like I said, this is a very difficult game to win. The last time I played it, I won, but I got extremely lucky. So, most of the time you play this game, you're not gonna win. That's why it's so exciting when you do win. So, I'm sure I'll play this game again. I love it, so you'll probably get another video of this game at some point, and maybe we'll win then. But for now, we were not able to finish one out. But even despite the fact that we weren't able to win a game, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like Solitaire, like this, and would like to see more videos of this kind, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We play games like this almost every week. We've also been playing another type of single-player tabletop game, which is tabletop RPGs, and specifically the RPG game Four Against Darkness, which is a solo dungeon crawling RPG. We've been playing that, and I've been having a great time. My next video after this one should be the next part of Four Against Darkness. So if dungeon crawling sounds like your thing, and you like dice games, maybe consider subscribing for that as well. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and sleep well. Bye.